Stipe, how are things over there in Ohio? How's your family?
Uh,
How's everyone?
I mean, everyone's doing good. We're quarantined for another 4 weeks. Well, kind of quarantined, just not going anywhere unless it's for work or, for food. But pretty much, spring cleaning.
So you sent out a tweet around a week ago, which caught a lot of people's attention. Of course, we know that you are a full-time firefighter, but it was in reference
Part
to
time.
some part-time, excuse me, in reference to the fighting and stuff. And you said, basically you're not focused on that right now. You're focused on being a firefighter and a first responder. So what is life like for you as a firefighter right now?
Um, I mean, we haven't like some areas are different. Some areas are more they have more of the COVID. Where I'm at, we're not too bad right now. But like I said, it's going to get probably worse. They think it's going to get worse. So hopefully, everyone's listening and staying in and not, touching everything or being around people. But so far, so good. I mean, knock on wood. But some other places, they've been a lot worse. But we're taking our precautions. Wear goggles, masks, gloves, gowns if we have to. So we're doing whatever we got to do.
How often are you going in these days?
I'm going again here on the 8th, and then I'll probably I look at my schedule, but I'll probably be going in a lot more. I think because I need more manpower.
Do you feel comfortable being around? I mean, this is what you signed up for, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got yeah. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna stay in. No, no, I'm definitely I'm gonna when they need me, I'll be there.
Do you have to take extra precautions? Is there things that you have to do differently now when you're
Uh,
around other people or at work?
yeah, I mean, you can't really handshake anymore. I mean, but
Right,
you're next to them all the time, so it's kind of like that 6 foot, like if you're on a squad call, you're right next to each other. So
right.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, things we've done is just staying clean. After a call, they said wash your clothes if the person had COVID, or just disinfect the squad the best you can. Just wipe it all down. So it sucks because you don't have to do that every call. But now, if it's someone with maybe have the symptoms or could have it, you have to wipe it all down.
So in terms of your outfit, do you have to clean that every time as well now?
Well, they said to. So I mean, the washer just that be on the safe side. So I mean. And like I would, we had one call with a possible one, but I didn't have to go on that one, so I got fortunately, but it's gonna be many more coming here when I get back to work. I know it.
Right. And by the way, how does one wash a fire suit like that? Like you don't just put it in a regular
Oh,
or
no, we don't wear bunker. No. We wear regular blues. I have blue pants, shirt,
okay.
station
Okay.
shirt. Yeah, no. It's a regular clothing.
But
like
like the outer suit, how do you wash
no,
that?
there's a special washer and dryer and stuff for it. And
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. And also some news last week, unfortunate news about the earthquake in Zagreb,
Crazy.
which you is your family okay? Does your family live around
Yeah,
Zagreb?
yeah, I haven't heard anything terrible. My mom either, so knock on wood. So they did a great job, helping everyone out in the city and making sure there's good. But it was crazy. I couldn't believe how big it was, and it's crazy how everything's just happening.
Yeah. So what are you doing to stay positive? A lot of people, are at home and looking for things to be positive about. What keeps your mind going?
Well, I mean, first thing in the morning when I wake up, I piss excellence, so that's a good start. Um, I'm just joking. No,
No, I mean I don't doubt it.
no. Honestly, I just I have my wife and my daughter here. I think just hanging out with them all day has been great. And we're doing a lot of stuff around the house that we wouldn't be doing right away. So we're spring cleaning. We're like clean everything out. We got a lot more to do, but taking out wallpaper now. So we have something going on.
Wow, domesticated Stipe.
Listen, it's a lot of manly stuff.
I've seen and heard from fighters that some are still training. Are you still training or are you taking a break?
No, I mean I've been doing a little bit. I have a bike and a treadmill. I'm not really into the treadmill because it hurts my legs more. I use the one that's anti-gravity, but I can't use it because it's at another place, so I can't leave.
Ah,
So, but I use the bike and stuff, and just do the little small things. We have kettlebells and stuff like that. So we have a little gym area. It's pretty nice.
I saw on your Instagram that you and the family recently went to Disney World, or was it Disneyland? Which one was it? Florida or California?
Florida, one in Florida.
First time?
Yeah, that one, yes. I was in the other one, California when I was 14, but that one, yeah, that was fun. We brought our whole family. It was great.
What was it like?
It was great. So, well, it was funny because like literally driving to the airport, my wife's like, "Man," she's like, "I don't feel so good," and she
Oh,
gets sick, and then my daughter gets sick, and she gets a fever.
oh no.
So yeah, but my daughter was a champ. She didn't care. She went in the pool, like went ham. Like it was. She had the greatest time, and honestly, we had so much fun. We had like a little like condo, kind of like it was a hotel, but it was a big, like a 3 bedroom. It was awesome. We had a kitchen, and they had a massive pool too. So we didn't go every year to Disney. We only went twice, but it was so much fun. It was just nice to get away and just enjoy it with the family.
Yeah, and you got it in before all these travel bans. But wait, let me just be clear. Did your wife have COVID?
No, not that I know of. I mean, she didn't have like but who knows? But she's fine now. So knock on
Okay.
wood.
Thank God, yeah. Before it's amazing how much has changed in the past month. Leading up to all this, like leading up to early March, I was bothering your manager Jim Walter quite a bit about your eye, and he told me that you had an appointment for your eye, and then I saw you pop up on TMZ as well. Did you ever get the eye checked out? Like, did you ever get cleared?
I need to clean, so I still have spots in my eye. So
Okay.
I'm still taking my time to get back and just see how it works and just to see how my eye feels, man. I love fighting, but I got to make sure my eye's okay first. I'd rather see my daughter with two than one.
Of course. So it's still actually bothering you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I still have spots, so
Okay.
the floaties and stuff.
What did the doctor say?
I tore my retina.
Right, but in terms of like if you're cleared or if it's
Yeah, he said,
safe.
he said you look good. He's like, just take your time getting back. Don't be stupid, and don't forget you already injured it, so it's prone to get injured again. So don't be,
Yeah.
you know.
So perhaps this buys you a little time, right? People are probably less on your back right now, like barking
Yeah,
at you to come back.
I'm not worried about that right now. Like right now, I'm task at hand. I'm worried about what's going on in the world, and once this is over with, and get back normal life, then we'll worry about it.
When you run, does your eye bother you?
No, no, not
It's just the
no.
spots.
Yeah, just the spots. It feels like there's like a fly or something flying by. I'm like, it's weird.
Is it the right or the left?
Left.
Okay. So I have to watch out for that one. I see it. Yeah, I could see it right over there.
Crazy, right?
Yes. And you've been doing a lot of gaming these days, I see on your Twitch. What do
I,
you
I haven't been on the last couple of days. Been busy with work and stuff, but
what have you
playing.
been busy with? Saving
Well,
lives?
yeah, that, and then just a bunch of stuff around the house to do, and make sure we're good to go. I love game, but I gotta make sure family comes first.
Right. What's your game of choice?
Right now, it's Call of Duty Warzone. Well, I'm playing
Oh,
Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but I've been playing the Warzone a lot on that one. But I
yeah.
like the multiplayer also.
Yeah, maybe one day we could link up and play. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, are you good?
No, I've never played, but I have the headset. I don't know if you can
Listen, that's
see.
half the battle. That's half the battle. You're good.
Is Call of Duty one versus one, or is it me and you on the same team?
Well, no, you can. So they have multiplayer. You get up to like five, or depending what game it is, you get 5 or 6 guys, and then on Warzone right now you can do solos, duos, or no, I'm sorry, solos, three trios, and then I think they're gonna put in fours and fives, maybe duos too. I don't know. They're
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You totally
like
lost me there.
okay, teams you get by yourself, solo.
Yeah.
You just
Oh,
play by
okay. Yes.
yourself.
Yeah.
You have a team of three, and then eventually it might be 4 or 5. I don't know, but it's fun. It's fun. It's very interesting game just because you can die fast in that game.
Best fighter gamer. Who is it?
Well, I don't know. Probably DJ.
Yeah, has to be DJ, right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, not like.
Weidman's pretty good, I hear.
I think so. Yeah, I played Wonder Boy the one day at this team and we smashed him. It was awesome.
Max Holloway, I
Yeah,
hear,
yeah, he's pretty
right?
good too.
Sean
Yeah,
O'Malley's very into it. I don't know if you
yeah,
know about
he's
him.
real good. He's good at Fortnite. I know that.
That's right. Recently in mid-February, so about a month and a half ago, we had the heavyweight boxing match between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Did you watch that? I mean, yeah. What'd you think? I mean, you're the fellow heavyweight champ. What'd you think?
Great. It was a great fight. I mean, I think. I feel like he ruptured his eardrum. That's why he was off. I feel like equilibrium was out. I think he just when what I mean, hit him in the ear. You ever get like an earache? You just don't feel like you're on right. I think he just hit him with that shot to the ear and kind of messed him up. And I think he couldn't recover. But I give Wilder a lot of credit. He's tough. He didn't want to quit. And I give Fury a ton of credit. He came in there and just smashed him. And he said he's a pillow puncher, and he definitely didn't look like one.
Yeah, yeah. What did you think of Wilder's excuse about the gear that he was wearing?
I mean, it is what it is. Listen, I would never make that excuse. First off, I would never walk out with that much gear on. I would just walk out and get ready for the fight. That's just me personally.
How much does firefighter gear weigh? Probably more than 40 pounds, and you guys are climbing up trees and saving people and going to houses and whatnot.
No, that's city workers. We don't climb trees, dude.
Oh,
That's
okay,
all.
sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of gear, man. It's plus you got your pack, your air pack, and depending if you have to go, upstairs, and sometimes you need like um, bring up hose and stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can bring. It adds a lot, but it is what it is.
So on the broadcast, Max Kellerman said that the baddest man on the planet isn't the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. It's the UFC heavyweight champion of the world because you have to, encompass all forms of martial arts. What do you think of that? He's literally he didn't say you by name, but he's saying that you're the baddest man on the planet.
It's pretty sweet. It's nice to hear. It's kind of
Do you agree?
Sure. Yeah, man. Of course.
Wow.
That's right.
How convincing?
Oh yeah.
Fury also told me that he's now kind of off the whole like MMA thing, but he would be interested in fighting the heavyweight champion you in a cage with MMA gloves, but boxing rules.
That makes no sense.
Why?
I don't know. So wait, boxing rules in a cage, like
boxing rules meaning just
I'm down for
punches
whatever.
with gloves, with 4-ounce gloves, but in the cage. So you're kind of mixing the two.
Sure. Yeah, I'm down.
You don't seem that interested.
No, I mean, I'm down. No, 100% I would do it. 100% no question. You're right to do a boxing match. I think it's
Just straight boxing with boxing gloves?
yeah, straight boxing, box gloves, ring, all that stuff. Wear the 40-pound gear to walk out in, whatever.
But doesn't this favor you? The idea that he threw out favors you because you're used to fighting in those gloves as opposed to him.
Well, I mean, you like it more. It's 4-ounce gloves to 10-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Advantage
like
you.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't care. I mean, if we can clinch and stuff and don't get pulled apart against the cage, I'm down. I think it's working.
Okay, I've been asking a lot of fighters over the past week, give me an underrated fight. Underrated fight, a fight that people don't talk about that you suggest they go watch. People are looking for things to do. What's a fight that you like? You were coming up, you were a kid, I don't know. You were cornering a friend, you were at an event, something. Underrated fight. I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but is there one that comes to mind? Or two?
Isn't a Lawler Henderson fight? No.
Lawler Henderson?
No, not Lawler. Lawler,
McDonald?
No, Hendricks.
Yeah?
The first one, wasn't it? They didn't just throw bombs left and right the whole fight?
Yeah, UFC 171.
Yeah. They just, no one really talks about it. I feel like that was, an amazing fight. I feel like they just didn't stop.
Okay, so UFC 171, Dallas, Texas, I believe, March of 2014. How about that, Stipe? Are you surprised? Are you impressed by my knowledge here?
I don't even remember what I fight, dude. I mean,
you know what I would say? A classic Stipe fight that people don't talk about. Can I give one?
Yeah.
UFC 161.
Oh, Roy Nelson, Winnipeg.
That was I feel like that was a turning point in your career.
Yeah, I think that's when my coming out party, you would say.
Well, you took that fight on short notice, I believe, right?
No, I was getting ready for that fight with Sal Palelli at the time.
And Roy jumped in.
Yeah, because the main event went down, and then Roy's like, "I'll save the card," and then I got there. I was like, "Yeah, for sure, whatever." 3-4 weeks. It was after I lost the Struve too. I had knee surgery too, so I was like, "Man, this is really not good." So I'm like, "Whatever." I took the fight, and then I remember getting that first day, and then a bunch of reporters talking, and they're like, "Man, you got a rough one first round, huh?" Like they're like telling me I was getting knocked out in the first round.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Those damn reporters.
I don't remember who it was, but
because your last fight was in September of the previous year against Struve in England, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you hadn't fought since. So you were risking a lot taking this fight because Nelson was on a roll, if I remember.
Yeah, he had like 3 first-round knockouts.
Yeah, and you just pieced him up.
I tried, He got a good chin.
I said afterwards, I remember saying that was the biggest upset by a Cleveland State alum since they won in the NCAA tournament like 20 years prior. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was one of the happiest analogies of my life. I was very proud of that one. So for you, Stipe, now we're just focused on the job, being at home, being with the family, not worried about returning, not trying to save any cards or anything like that.
No, man, I'm just, taking it day by day. I'm just making sure my family's okay first, and then go out and do my duty.
Is there a chance? I know you get annoyed at me when I ask this, but is there a chance you have fought your last fight, Stipe?
No, not that I know of. I mean, right now my fight is it's coronavirus.
Right. Okay.
I don't have it. Everyone's watching. I don't have it. I'm trying to.
You're trying to protect the people.
People, yes.
That's right. And are they going to ask you to come in more, you think?
Yeah, I mean, like the first day when it all started, I went in and I hung out for another 4 or 5 hours just to because we were getting a lot of calls, and it was like pandemonium that day. We had a torrential downpour, and we have canals by. They flooded the streets, and people feel like they can drive through it, and they get stuck, and they help them. Then you get a medical call. It could be possible COVID. It was crazy 5 hours.
Wow. And so, but are they telling you now, like, hey, be prepared, we might need you more?
Yeah,
Or can you
yeah.
not work a certain amount of hours because you're
No,
part-time?
no. At this point, they don't care.
Okay,
I
wow.
mean,
All right.
they're literally telling retired nurses and doctors to dust everything off and come back. I mean, it's getting serious. You know, they want to make sure hands on, they're ready to go if something it gets bad.
Right. And by the way, at the firehouse, what's the worst thing they ever made you do? Like the grossest thing? Tell us a good story. Make us laugh here, Stipe.
The grossest thing. I don't know. I mean, they make me like clean a toilet. I mean, like I have to clean a
It's
toilet
pretty.
all the time. I mean, they make me
Still?
put the belt on. Yeah, they made me sit in the front of the apron right when I won the title the first time and wave to everyone, which no one knew who I was. Um, yeah. And then they bring me everywhere, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you know this is," and they try to embarrass me, and it's just like
And people say no?
no, yeah. I mean, no, now they know, but before they really didn't care, you know. So, but everyone's respectful, and but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff kind of I really can't say, but
Oh, wow. Why? Secret?
no, no, we're good guys.
Yeah. Look at all those belts behind you there. One of
Yeah.
these days. Wow, look at that. You got the new one. You got all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to let Dana White wrap those around your waist, right, Stipe?
No, I'm good now.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Stipe, you're a mensch. Thank you very much for doing this, my man. I appreciate it. All the best to you and your family. And we're very proud of you in the MMA community. You're helping out the people. You're going on the front lines. Keep it up, my man.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on. And be safe to you and your family too, man.